Hey guys, Mr. J here. Welcome back to another Noob to Pro video. So today's video, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of tips and tricks on starting off as new players. The first thing I'll say is to auto farm your base because you got to clear out all these resources as you'll need these resources to build and craft chests. You can also craft walls and floors. But of course, while grinding here, you'll also unlock blueprints as well. It's best to sneak attack mobs as well, both animals and monsters. And make sure you do craft basic tools with the resources that you have, as you'll need these basic hatchet and pickaxe to farm resources that's within your base and also in Forest of Whispers or Baldur's Cliff. Make sure that you also store items in your chest because this is where you'll keep yourself safe from raiders. You don't want to go into zones with a bag full of resources as you can die and persons can take your stuff. So it is best to put all your resources in a chest. You can also put that in a basement as well, which I'll touch on in a little bit. Now, of course, the more you farm is the more you level up. So if you click on auto farm, that's one of the quickest way to level up in the game is by auto farming the zone. Once you farm every tree and also kill animals as well or monsters, you do level up. So killing monsters is the fastest way to level up in the game, just to let you guys know. Now, another tip is make sure that you do follow the guide. I'm going to touch on the act guide. It is very important that you do follow it as it helps you to level up in the game and provide you with resources. Now we're in the basement here. It has a large storage amount, so you can store stuff there. Now the location to visit is the Carnage event. Now the Carnage event has a lot of resources, including ropes, cloth, weapons, even green weapons as well. Not to mention it has durable clothes, pretty decent armor. It also has a offer if you try to leave the zone. So once you try to leave the zone, it offers you to buy a backpack. Now, would I recommend buying a backpack? Nope, because you can craft it later on in the game. You can also probably get it from some pay-to-win person who is just auto farming and dies with it. You can aggro mobs to them, kill them and take their bags, and you have a free bag there. So I wouldn't recommend, free-to-play players to do that. But this is a Noob to Pro series, so I'm going to show you guys how to get from Noob to Pro. Make sure that you always sneak attack while attacking these monsters here. You do more damage if you sneak attack, so always sneak attack with any basic weapons that you have. Some weapons depending on the tier weapon, of course, and how high level you are. You do a lot more hits with weapon, so it's more effective that way. Now this Carnage event is a one-time event. Eventually it will be gone off the map. So make sure that you do clear everything off and travel back to the base, dump everything off, and come back to the zone to get every single resources here because it has pretty good resources. I mean, you'll need all the resources you can get at the start of the game because you're pretty new. So next tip is make sure that you craft enough chests, as you'll need this chest as you grow in the game. It helps to protect your base from raiders, for example. If raiders want to open a bunch of chests, they'll require lockpicks, and that requires time as well. Not to mention there's a timer on each chest. If they leave for too long, they would have to reopen the chest. So it kind of confuses persons when you have enough chests. So make sure that you maximize on 40 chests. That is the best pro tip I can give for new players, is to craft all the chests. Oh, make sure you can also organize your items in the chest as well, and that's going to make things a bit faster as well. You can also craft a 3x3 at the corner or the top section where you spawn, have your bed there as well, and keep valuable resources there. It can both work like a quick drop and basically having your resources at hand once you spawn in or if you die. Now, of course, another tip is to make sure that you follow the guide. So you want to follow the act. For example, our act says craft a backpack. We did so. We'll get resources from following those act. We'll get rewards from that. Also craft a rain catcher. Once you place a rain catcher down in your base, we can go ahead and fill it up with a flask. Now the flask fills it up with water, and of course we'll need water as well. And do not use coins to speed up these process here, as you'll need coins later on in the game for a repair table. But I'll touch on that, how you can get coins, pretty simple. All right, so let's go ahead and chop down 5 trees here in the forest, as that's one of our tasks for the act. And oh, all the resources that you collect from the act goes to your inbox. So you want to keep that in mind as well. All right, so once you have left your rain catcher to fill these flasks up, of course you can go back and then you could collect these resources. You can also craft the campfire, as that's the next mission that will be required for the act. You'll get 1 coin. Now for this coin, you don't want to spend it, as you'll need it to save alongside. You can collect coins from the Immortal Path. You can collect coins from the Season Pass, and much more. But let's go ahead and wait until this is finished, which is basically almost done. Let me check for the repair table here. The repair table, I think it's 100, and let me click right here. It's 145. You click on the repair table, you can purchase it. Once you have this, is permanent. It cannot be raided or be taken away from you. You'll have this to repair weapons, armor. Of course, as I said, you can get these coins from the Immortal Path. You can also get coins from the Season Pass as well. If you scroll all the way down to the Season Pass, you can see for the free-to-play section, you will get 50 coin. And once you've gotten 50 coin, then you can use that save towards the repair table to get the repair table. You can see we do unlock a new act as well here, and once, as I said, you can collect all the resources that goes to your inbox. Now it says to craft a torch, which you already did, so you're going to leave the map and we're going to go to the old Heim location, as we're not able to craft a district as yet, because we need to complete the act before we're able to move on. So we're not able to enter the normal mode, only the easy one, as we're new. Gotta speak to the scout right here. What the scout is basically saying is that we will need to complete this here to get, or to be able to then start a district. So that's basically what this section is for. I think it gives you an idea of like, I have no clue what it gives you an idea for, because it has nothing to do with your district, but I think it adds to the story of the, for beginner players. But yeah, doing the old Heim location, it doesn't give a lot of loot, but it is worth it for new players. It helps you to level up, of course, because you're killing mobs there. Not only that it helps you to level up, but it gives you resources. For example, ropes, cloth, wood. Not a lot of wood, but it gives you good weapons as well. For example, blue weapons, green weapons as well. I recommend doing it on normal because you get more resources on normal. You also do get resins, basic resources, of course. You can get these in any zones, of course, but the Oldheim location doesn't have other players there. You can go with your family member, of course, but it's pretty easy as beginner players, and it's a good zone to farm, to get resources, weapons, and armor. Now, you don't get a bunch of weapons and armor, but it is worth it with the amount of armors or weapons that you get. So yes, this zone is a go-ahead for me. Now, it is worth it as well to use the ice bow, what you're currently seeing that I'm using here, to kill mobs, as it slows mobs down, and it's just more faster and more efficient, to be honest. If you're going to use the basic bows, that's okay as new players, but to me, I think the green weapons, they do more damage and they last as well. But of course, I think as well, you should save some of these green weapons and blue weapons for Odin's. So yeah, I think it's based on your play style. If you want to go pretty slow or a bit faster, if you want to go a bit faster, I will recommend to use blue or greens. You gotta keep in mind as well, you can get free weapons every day in the shop, right? You can watch ads to get free weapons every single day from the shop, so that's worth it. Let's go to our new Heim location here. Let's go all the way down to the Elder. Now the Elder is going to want us to get resources to build the district, but of course I'll show you guys that in another video. But let's first talk to the Elder here. And there's a new thing, which I'll touch on after, because I'm not even fully sure on it, as it's pretty new to this game here, or it's new to this mode of the new zone. But what's beautiful about this zone here is that there's no runes. I should have said that in the beginning of the video, but there is 0 runes in this zone here. This is actually what we asked for. So I think this is a pretty good zone, and it's 100 go ahead for me in regards to this zone here. It's one of the best. But let's get back to New Heim here. So for New Heim location, you just got to speak to the elder, and it also has some special like skills or like work line, I guess, which you can pick between healer. um I'll show you guys right here. Yeah, so it's herbalist, scald, but basically I chose the scald. So basically I could do extra damage in Odin's, Isobode, or any other, PvE locations really. Damages to monsters. That's basically what it is. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy over here. You can only accept the Vikings land as England is not theirs yet, or France. So yeah, I think that should be it for today's video, and hopefully this was helpful. Appreciate you all, and peace.